All right, y'all, this is my last meal before I go on my 36-hour-ish fast. This is a pork chop from White Oak Pastures. It's Iberico pork. It's gonna have quite a bit of fat in it. I've got some skirt steak here. I'll cut this open and slice up some steaks. And then I have some bison fat. Between those, I should be super solid in one full day. I was gonna do some more organ meat today and add some kidney in here, but I left the kidney in the freezer and I totally just spaced and put it there. So I will break the fast on Sunday and I'll have kidney then. So I've got some skirt steak. I'm not gonna finish all, I'm gonna finish. And then I've got quite a bit of bison fat. Fat up a little bit, and then in here's a pork chop with some of the skirt steak cooking. So I'll have some of that skirt steak. I might throw an egg or two in here as well. I am now about 22 hours into my fast. I've had a few supplements here and there, some stuff from Alpha Brain, some mushroom type stuff, lion's mane, but I have not eaten any food as far as fat, protein, carbs. I noticed that I want to eat food just for the kind of the simple pleasure of eating food. I haven't had breakfast, I haven't had dinner. What am I gonna do? And so I'm gonna go for a walk. I had to run some errands earlier today. I played some video games. It's a Saturday, so I kind of decompressed and nerded out a bit this more like mid-morning. I went on the deck and listened to some audiobook stuff, and now I'm gonna go read my Kindle and walk on the treadmill and just get some walking in and just kind of get some activity. I'll do a cold plunge, and then tonight we'll see. It is 9 p.m. We are at 26 hours fasted. No planning or time around feeding, and even though I'm quite efficient with my carnivore diet, this is a long day because there's no moment where you're really focused on eating. Overall, the day has been very productive. I'm really interested to see how I sleep tonight. We'll see. I'm kind of using that cheat code with the cold plunge. That really helps. I just took a hot shower. I'm rested. Get to bed in the next hour or so. I'm gonna try and push the fast to a 48-hour fast. So my goal will be to go through tomorrow completely fasted until tomorrow evening, where I'll have a meal. We'll see how it goes. So I just woke up, didn't eat any food at all yesterday. Now I'm at about 36 hours fasted. So it's 7 a.m. I stopped eating food at 7 p.m. So 24 plus another 12 hours. I slept good. I woke up in the middle of the night about 4 hours into my sleep cycle and or into my core sleep, and I was wide awake and I just felt like totally alive and awake. Laid in bed for like a half hour, and then I fell back asleep. And now that I'm woke up, I'm very, very calm, but I do feel a bit tired, a little bit lower energy. So I've heard through reading Dr. Jason Fung's book about the Complete Guide that the second day can be the worst. I'm kind of feeling like, oh, I want to eat something, but we'll see. I'm gonna kind of push through and see what happens. Excuse me. I just woke up, so it could just be, that. So I'm gonna get moving a little bit. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna kind of go through my morning routine, and we'll just see how I do. My libido feels lower. Normally I wake up and I'm pretty ready to go. This morning I definitely just feel like I woke up and I'm kind of like chill. So it's possible my testosterone was down-regulated. Don't know for sure, but yeah, we'll see. All right, it's 1:30. I am hungry, but I think it's more just because I didn't have a lot scheduled, and people talk about having fasts and how if you have a lot of packed stuff, you can basically pass the time more quickly. I'm gonna go jump on my motorcycle and do a bunch of errands, and then I'm gonna hit the gym, and when I get done with that, I'll be primed and ready for the actual feast. So I am now about 47 hours into my fast. It's 5:30. I basically wrapped my last meal up around 6:30 on Friday night. It's now Sunday. I've kind of noticed as I'm getting a little bit, just a slight tinge of cramping in my hips. And I think it's because I'm not consuming really any sodium. I've also read from Dr. Fung's book, that the Complete Guide to Fasting, that your body does a pretty good job of retaining the electrolytes as long as you're getting a high quality water source like mineral water or spring water. So he specifically talks about your kidneys being able to retain the sodium in your body I haven't been sweating it out or doing a lot of cardiovascular stuff. I took it pretty easy yesterday, so this will be kind of a test of just how much strength I can generate after essentially 48 hours of no food and just running on my own fat reserves or whatever is left in my liver, if it has a store or whatever. We'll find out. So 48 hours in my fast, just got back from the gym, and my workout was fairly good. It wasn't quite as strong as I've been in the past. That could be a number of variables. There's a lot going on in my personal life that could impact that. But overall, I think it's pretty consistent energy. I don't think that you need to eat before you work out. I think that you can get away with fasting and lifting and getting results. I'd be interested to see what happens if I lifted and continue to fast for another day or two and saw that. I just weighed myself. I'm at 154.8 pounds. When I started the fast, I was at 158.2. So I went from 158.2 down to 154.8. That can fluctuate with water consumption. It can fluctuate with quite a few variables. So I wouldn't really say that I instantly lost some weight, which wasn't my goal anyway. I'm gonna report back tomorrow when the lighting is better and we're not in the nighttime. I'm gonna break this fast and have some beef kidney and some stripped sirloin steak and some bison tallow, bison fat, raw fat trimmings from some local regenerative farms here in Texas and Georgia. To break the fast, I have fat right here, raw fat. Is buffalo fat from Rome Ranch here in Austin. I've got some skirt steak. I'm actually cooking it here on the pan with beef kidney. So I'm gonna basically finish up grilling this kidney and these steaks, and I might even add in, I'm gonna add in a couple eggs there as well. So that's my break fast, if you will. So final thoughts on my overall experience and some tips I wanna share if you're gonna fast, which again, I think is really valuable for both training your self-discipline, helping re-normalize your dopamine and your pleasure and your contentment, and also helping optimize your physical wellness and cognitive performance, which again, I'm a big fan of anything that can give me an edge when it comes to thinking more clearly, producing more, being more effective at going towards my goals and achieving things in my life. So for me, I had some anxiety around the idea of sleeping when I was fasting, especially the day on Saturday when I didn't actually eat any food at all. I had heard stories of people having maybe challenges during fasting where hormones might downregulate, where they might not have as much libido, where the body essentially goes into quote unquote starvation mode. I didn't really experience a lot of that. One thing, as I mentioned in the vlog, was that I woke up about 4 hours after my sleep, completely wide awake. I don't know if that's a evolutionary mechanism or if it was just a fluke. It's not something that normally happens with me. So it definitely was a new data point and something to keep in mind. It wasn't a big deal. I kind of laid in bed for a half an hour and then I just fell back asleep. And my readiness score and my tracking of my sleep showed that I actually had improved sleep from the night before when I actually was fed. So the quality of my recovery didn't go down. I did notice on Sunday morning, after I had fasted all day on Saturday and slept that night, that I didn't have as much of a sort of kick to go in the day. It was just a slower thing. It wasn't like a low blood sugar crash. It was more like I just felt a little slower and it took me longer to do everything that I wanted to do. Once I got going, it was totally fine. I also started noticing some cramping on the second day going into about 36 hours of the fast. And I am very experienced with cramping in the past, and I've always found that adding sodium, even though Dr. Fung alludes to magnesium, I get magnesium from spring water. That's the only type of water I drink. I don't do a lot of like spring water swimming, which there's a spring here in Austin you can go to and swim, or magnesium salt baths. So I was probably basically in an adaptation adjustment phase where my kidneys were starting to preserve sodium and balance out the electrolytes. But what I found was when I just added sodium to my drinking water, that completely went away. I think the 48 hours is just it's too simple. And I think the real kick of something with an extended fast will kick in once you go 3 days. So I would probably go Friday night dinner, Saturday all day Sunday, and Monday break the fast at some point and probably do Monday evening. And then I would make sure that I was adding in sodium. For even longer fasts, Dr. Fung recommends doing a sort of bone broth to give you those electrolytes, maybe add in some essential amino acids as well, potentially. But overall, I found that just putting some sodium and having my mineral water and my spring water was more than enough to kind of keep me going. And that was kind of the biggest sort of critique I would recommend for anyone who is wanting to try this out, that is metabolically healthy and just curious to see if they can get those performance benefits. The other quick thing I'll suggest is adding in some organ meats prior to your fast. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Liver, kidney, I'm a big fan of them. You get a lot of the vitamins, B vitamins, vitamin A, you get good vitamin C, you get other valuable nutrients that are extremely bioavailable without any of the plant anti-nutrients in your diet when you consume those foods. And that's it. I plan on fasting again. I'll probably wait a few weeks to a month before I do it. I think I will go for 72 hours. We'll probably do an update on that. Let me know if you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please add a comment and let me know, because I will do another vlog about a longer fast in the future if people enjoy this and find it fascinating and interesting. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button, share. If you're in the carnivore diet space, we have a foolproof carnivore diet roadmap. It's in the link description down below, kind of a to Z full diet guide so you can know exactly what to do on it and how to get started. If you're also interested, I have a full book that is about to drop if it hasn't already. That you'll get notified in the email that we send the carnivore diet the foolproof carnivore diet roadmap to. And we also are gonna send you another bonus, which is around our transition guide that we've built out so you can actually transition to the guide. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time, appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in the next one.